It's Sunday, February 9th, 2020. Welcome to All About Your Benjamins and your weekly mixtape and weekend review video. Welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since I've been able to get one of these out. I've had a lot of sports going on, so the parents out there, you know how that goes. But days full of basketball spent in the gym for Roman and Leo. Luckily, the news hasn't been too great. I'll pull a couple things that we would have talked about in the previous couple weeks just to highlight what they were and the fact that they really didn't make a big deal to the overall picture of the market and to your financial plan. So with that, let's get to your headlines that may or may not be impacting your financial plan. And we'll start off with the market. Last week had a week of big days up, some volatility. Friday ended on a down note, but nonetheless it was a good week. That was coming off of 2 weeks ago, Friday being down 600 points in the Dow. And we talked about the Dow Jones, and we've been over this before if you've been watching these mixtapes and these weekend reviews, but we quote those in points, and as the Dow continues to grow, those points are going to be bigger and the percentage swing is not going to be as great. So meaning that a 600 point down day sounds like a big day, but not the same as a 600 down day during the great financial crisis. They were much higher, so that is a smaller percentage of what it was once before. So don't let the points move, and really don't follow the market day to day. Your plan, your investments, if you're watching this, are most likely for the long term, so a 1 day or 1 week move doesn't really change anything. But last week had some good days, ended on a down note. You have the coronavirus being out there, you have headlines with elections, all these things working around, just moving the headlines back and forth. We have some good economic data, which I'll go into next. The economy in January added 225,000 new jobs. I think the expectation was 189,000 maybe. Nonetheless, it was a beat. I don't know how they come up with these numbers of expectation other than trying to look at what the last month did, historically what has it done, but those are just guesses. So it's not be surprised that we have beats or misses, but nonetheless we had more jobs than was expected. Unemployment's down to 3.6%. So again, economic numbers still look good from these basic numbers of unemployment, wages growing. We're going through earnings season. We finished up earnings season. We're going to start another round here pretty soon. Earnings season was not a bad thing either. So we have a lot of good economic data supporting the growth of the economy and supporting what the market did last year and has started to do this year. We talked a lot about China and the U.S. We know that there was an agreement. There's going to be tariffs cut on $75 billion of U.S. goods. So we're starting to see some of this unwinding of the tariffs that were put on last year. We'll see if this continues, what this means for everything, but it's a good step forward, making progress. And finally, Brexit. You remember that big deal that happened a few years ago? Brexit actually happened while we did not have a video, and you may or may not even noticed it because it didn't have any major impact to the markets. Now that doesn't mean that it still couldn't. There's still some procedures going on. It's working its way through, but Brexit has officially happened. So that moment that was a very, very big scary thing when initially the vote happened a few years ago kind of worked its way through the system, and it's not that big of a deal as of right now. So we'll see if anything changes, but if you did not know that date came, the date has come and gone, and you didn't blink and miss anything by not knowing it. So that's it for today. That's all we have. Make sure to read the mixtape down below. A lot of great articles from friends around the financial blogosphere. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. Like, comments, send some notes via email or via tweet. If you want to see anything different or have any questions, would love to have those sent to me as well. So have a great day. We'll see you next week.